So I'm probably the best person you could ask about Duolingo. I learned Spanish to fluency without ever studying on Duolingo. And then later, I spent 2 years using Duolingo for Russian for an hour and a half a day. I got like 2 million XP and I was obsessed with Duolingo Russian. And I have a good perspective on what it helps with and what it doesn't. So obviously, I became fluent at a language without Duolingo. But how did it go for me with Russian, and why was I obsessed? So yeah, the gaming aspect can hook in certain people who are competitive or who like games, or for a lot of people, it's just the streak. They want to keep the streak going. The problem is this only encourages them to do 2 minutes, and then they feel like, oh, I have the streak, so I'm making progress. But like if you do 2 minutes a day or 3, even 5 to 10 minutes a day, you're never gonna get fluent in a language. That's okay for like maintaining. If you're like, I don't want to focus on a language right now, I want to keep it on hold, and later sometime I'm gonna like go live there, or I'm gonna like take a vacation and study all day every day for a while. You can have a language kind of on maintenance mode, or like if you're already fluent in a language but you're not really using it a lot and you just kind of want to maintain it 5-10 minutes a day, you really got it, no matter what your level is. That's a different topic, but Duolingo did help me with Russian. It didn't help me with fluency in the sense of like when you use Duolingo or flashcards, you're not using a language. It's like a different area in your brain. So that doesn't mean it's a waste of time, because then you go and watch a movie or actually talk to someone or listen to the radio and you hear words that you've learned in the app, and your brain realizes, oh, I know this. This is knowledge that I have, but now it's language. Oh, okay, I know what it means, but now I'm going to store it in my brain as language. I understand that I can use this as a tool to communicate. And so I think it's very helpful, because if you only are immersed and you're only hearing, you do need to have the words explained to you. You don't just pick up a language. Children have to have words taught to them. Their parents and their teachers tell them. They do learn a lot by context, but a lot of the time kids are asking, what's that? Why? How is that? How does this work? What's going on? Where are we going? What are you doing? Why'd you say that? What does that mean? They ask, and the adults have to explain everything to them. Well, people aren't going to do that for you as an adult. They're going to expect you to do that for yourself. And Duolingo and flashcard apps, these are basically tools for you to teach yourself the knowledge, but then it has to become language. So you're not really going to become fluent just by using Duolingo. But like for Russian, it only even goes up to like A2. So I learned a couple thousand words pretty well, but I was also listening, watching movies and stuff, and I'm doing a lot more of that now that I'm at a higher level. I'm getting closer to B1 now, not quite there, but like an upper A2, I think. In some respects. In speaking, not so much, because like I didn't do a lot of speaking on Duolingo because I believe it's better to focus more on listening. But Duolingo helped me a lot to be able to read Cyrillic, and also when I'm reading, to know in my head how it should sound. So learning that alphabet, learning to read, and memorizing a lot of vocabulary, it's great for that. But you should also immerse yourself either by living in a country, obviously, that speaks your target language, or by listening to a lot of audio and reading. So yeah, if you don't like Duolingo, you don't need Duolingo. But if you love Duolingo, don't listen to the haters who say you're wasting your time. It's not a waste of time. It's just not enough. You need more. It's just a little part of your diet. You need a full diet. Really, it's just like food. The higher variety of ways that you're taking in the language, the better. But that doesn't mean any of these methods are a waste of time. They're just incomplete.